woke up to a 40% SEO traffic plunge, fix it fast or watch sales bleed out. That traffic didn't disappear randomly. Whether it happened overnight or slowly over time, the cause is there. And in this video, you're going to uncover it, fix it, and come back stronger. You are here to discover how to pinpoint exactly why your organic traffic is dropping, learn to read the signals in your data so you can stop guessing and start fixing, the top 5 reasons websites lose SEO traffic and how to spot each one. From algorithm update to technical errors, you'll know what to look for, proven ways to recover your traffic and boost rankings again, actionable steps that help you win back lost clicks and gain even more. When the fire alarm rings, you don't just grab a hose and spray water everywhere. You check where the fire actually is. Kitchen, faulty wire, trash bin. Because if you spray the wrong spot, the real fire keeps burning. Same with SEO traffic drops. One of our clients, a B2B SaaS business in the finance and tax vertical, lost 45% of its organic traffic overnight. They assumed it was the website's custom design, so they jumped into a full redesign. New structure, new layout, everything. But after I came in, here's what I found. Duplicate content issues to URL parameters. Pages accidentally set to no index. A crowded budget issue where Google wasn't even seeing some core pages. They spent thousands on design, but the real fire was never touched. The new site looked better, but the traffic didn't come back until we fixed the technical issues. So, first diagnose, then start rebuilding. Part 1. Diagnose the drop. When you see an SEO traffic drop, the worst thing you can do is guess, because most traffic losses aren't random. They have clues, and if you follow the data, you'll figure out exactly what's wrong and what to fix. So, here's the first step. Open up Google Search Console and Google Analytics. Now look at the data. Will the traffic drop sudden? Like 1 week things were normal and the next you are down 40%? Or was it a gradual decline where things have been fading for weeks or months? This one detail tells you a lot. A sudden drop usually means something major happened, like a technical issue, a site migration, or a Google algorithm update. A slow decline? That's often content decay or a sign you're being outperformed by competitors. Now dig deeper. Which pages lost traffic? Is it your educational content, like blog posts or guides, or your money pages, product listings, your pricing page, or landing pages where people convert? If your top of the funnel content dropped, AI overviews or algorithm update may be to blame. If your bottom of the funnel pages are losing traffic, that's more likely a technical or ranking issue. Then, segment the data by device. Is it just a mobile traffic loss? That could mean poor mobile UX or page speed problems. By country, is a traffic down only in one region? Maybe something changed in your site's Reflang setup. And by search intent, informational versus transactional. Are buyers still coming or did you lose your search page readers? Once you understand where and how the drop happened, it's time to identify why. There are 4 usual suspects behind any major SEO traffic drop. Technical issue. This one is more common than you think. In my experience, it is close to 90%. Something in the backend broke. Maybe an accidentally added no index tag, or a new plugin blocks Google from crawling your pages. Sometimes a redesign or a site migration causes important URLs to disappear or be redirected incorrectly, or maybe accidental duplicate pages that trigger penalties. Algorithm update. Google rolls out core updates several times a year. If your deep lines up with an update and your content hasn't been updated in months or years, it could be algorithm. Google might be seeing your content as thin, outdated, or lacking EAT, meaning experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trust. Or you may be hit by some sort of penalty. For example, if you bought a competitor's site and integrated their site into your leading site, but failed to discover that it had some thin, unrelated content on that site, and in consequence, your main site gets hit. Third, you got outranked. Sometimes the reason traffic drops is simple. A competitor published better content. They may have written a more in-depth guide, added facts, included a calculator or tool, or simply gave the user a better experience. You didn't get penalized, just got pushed down. Fourth, AI overviews are stealing clicks. This one's newer, but it's already affecting sites. Google's AI overviews now answer many top of the funnel questions right in the search results, so people don't even click anymore. If you rank number one for what is X and suddenly saw a traffic crash, this could be why. Now, let's run a full site audit to confirm what's going on. Start with Screaming Frog. Run a crawl of your site to find pages that aren't being indexed, broken links, redirect chains, pages with canonical errors or technical warnings. Then go to Moses Google Update History page and match the date of your traffic drop. If there was a core update release around the same time, that's a strong sign. Finally, open Ahrefs or the tool you use and run a audit on the top pages that lost traffic. Are they missing important keywords? Are they too thin compared to competing content? Are you covering the topic in enough depth? When you combine all three tools, Google Analytics, Google Search Console, and these audits, the pictures become clear. You'll know what pages are affected, what kind of traffic you lost, and why it's happening. And once you know that, you can start fixing it. Part 2. Fix the root cause. Let's go through each cause and what to do about it. If it's a technical issue, this is where things often go wrong and stay strong if you don't audit the right elements. Let's start with the basics. Crawlability and indexing first. Make sure your most important pages are not being blocked by raw.txt or by accidental no-index tags. Then, check your sitemap. If you've moved pages or changed your site structure, make sure your XML sitemap reflects that and resubmit it in Search Console. Fix index bloat. Not everything on your site should be indexed. Pages like tag archives, empty category pages, color or site filters, they clog up Google's crawl budget and dilute your authority. Add new index tags where needed, clean up duplicate or useless pages, and consolidate content where it makes sense. Redirect cleanup. Check for redirect chains, loops, or sloppy 301s. Every extra redirect weakens the link equity path to your pages. Also, don't redirect 301 your 404 pages to the home page. Fix or properly redirect them. And make sure your site only uses one version, HTTPS and either www or non-www, not both. Site speed. Speed is a ranking factor and a conversion factor. Run your site through page speeding sites, compress images, minify CSS and JavaScript, Use lazy loading and use a CDN like Cloudflare to improve load times across regions. Even a 1 second delay can drop your conversion rate by 7%. Mobile first. Google indexes your mobile version first, not desktop. So your mobile site needs to be responsive, fast, and functional. Google's mobile-friendly test avoid pop-ups that block the screen and make sure all the content from desktop is also visible on mobile. Schema markup, search engines, and AI tools love clean, structured data. Use JSON LD markup for your products, facts, reviews, and videos, and only markup what's actually visible to users. Run everything through Google's rich results test to make sure it's valid. Canonical tags. Set up proper canonical URLs to avoid duplicate content problems. Use absolute URLs, not relative ones. Stick to HTTPS. Make sure canonical tags point to self and don't block those pages with robot.txt. Quick story. One of my former e-commerce clients, they were selling lighting devices, was losing revenue month over month. We ran a technical audit and it turned out they had massive crawl errors, slow site speed, and redirect issues from an old migration. After fixing their technical debt, they saw a 93% increase in transactions without writing a single new post. If it's an algorithm update, now let's say your job aligned with a Google Core update. What should you do? First, remove or rewrite thin content. That means pages with little substance, outdated info, or no clear value to the user. Second, improve your EEAT. Add clear authorship with BLs that show expertise, include clients' results, credentials, and contact info. Beef up your about page and footer with trust building details. Third, reorganize content into topical clusters. Google wants to see that you don't just have one article, you cover the full topic. Group related posts together and build internal links between them to show depth and authority. If competitors outrank you, sometimes you didn't do anything wrong. Someone else just did it better. So here's what to do. Update aging pages, especially if they haven't been touched in 12 months or more. Refresh stats, example, internal links, and formatting. Add visuals, videos, and interactive elements like tables, charts, or infographics, things that hold attention and improve engagement. And include unique value. Maybe a comparison table, a calculator, a downloadable checklist, or answers to facts your competitor skipped. The goal is simple: make your content the best answer of the web. If AI overstole your clicks, this one's tricky. Sometimes traffic is lost to AI overviews, and there's no way to get it back because the user never clicks. So instead of fighting for that click, shift your strategy. Start targeting bottom and mid funnel keywords, the ones that signal buying intent. Instead of what is fractional CMO, go for higher fractional CMO in UK or fractional CMO pricing. Then use topical maps to structure your content in a way that matches how AI reads topics. That means covering every facet of a subject, linking related posts together, and building up authority across the entire topic, not just one post. Google's AI is now looking for depth and structure. If you don't have both, you are invisible. Part 3. Rebuild and future-proof. Now that you've diagnosed the drop and fixed the root cause, the next step is to rebuild what you lost and make sure it doesn't happen again. This part isn't just about getting back to where you were. It's about growing stronger so the next time Google changes the rules, your rankings don't disappear. Start by refreshing key pages. Go back to the pages that lost traffic, especially the ones that used to drive leads, conversions, or email sign up. Update them. Add new examples, improve the formatting, insert schema markup, like Fox, how to, or review, to help those pages stand out in search. Then resubmit them in Google Search Console so they can get reindexed faster. Build topical authority. This one is the best way to protect your rankings long term. Think like AI. It wants to see not just one article, but a complete picture of a topic. So here's what to do. Organize your content into clusters. One main page, like AI SEO, and supporting posts that go deeper, like AI overviews, topical maps, EAT for AI. Use internal links to connect these posts together. This helps Google understand your content hierarchy. Fill in the gaps with keyword research tools like Also Asked or Answer Socrates, so you cover every subtopic your audience cares about. That's how you go from a site that ranks for a few terms to a site Google trusts with an entire topic. Strengthen brand signals. You are not just optimizing pages, you are building trust. Make sure your business information is consistent across the web. That means your Google business profile, LinkedIn page, Trustpilot profile, about page, and footers, they should all say the same thing. Google and AI system notice that. Build brand mentions by being featured in podcasts, guest blogs, or niche directories. Over time, you'll start showing up for branded search terms, and those are hard for competitors to steal. Set monitoring alerts. Lastly, you want to make sure you are not caught off guard next time. Set up alerts in Google Analytics, Google Search Console, and tools like Ahrefs or SEMrush to track sudden traffic drops, indexing errors, broken links or redirects, lost rankings on key pages. Put one of these tools to run weekly audits for you. Check your coverage and performance reports monthly. Even better, run a mini audit every quarter to stay ahead of any hidden issues. Because the best way to fix a traffic drop is to never let it happen again. What you've just done is stop the bleed. But in SEO, stopping the bleeding isn't the same as healing. A traffic drop usually signals a deeper structural problem. One that, if left unfixed, comes back again. That's why your next step should be a real technical SEO audit. Watch Technical SEO Audit, the brutal truth about your website, because recovering traffic is good, but building an SEO foundation that won't collapse again, that's how you strive.